everyone a minute to join before we give any updates. Millie has just fled the nest.
Well, she's taunting Odin, Cujo.
No, Odin is just growling at her for drinking water. Like, let's be honest here. There's Odin's bark. It's back.
Like, Millie's ready to rumble, though. She's got her hair up.
Well, yeah, if you're being growled at, like, yeah. Apparently being ready to rumble is what you do around here, so.
Millie, you're starting to look a little less chunked. A little less chunked.
Yeah, you've been feeding them diet amounts. Hey, Mal. All right, we're gonna get into Sebastian's like literal and still ongoing near-death experience that happened today. That was not at all what we were expecting and incredibly traumatizing. Oh. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Millie's just behind the camera making grouchy noises. So if you hear grouchy
Millie,
pig noises, come here, Millie.
Come here, Mel. Mel.
But yeah, we had a really, really, really stressful day today. We've definitely been better. Hey, Dimka. Discuss, if you didn't see our last post, you can see a picture of our rooster Sebastian and how he ended up today. Hey, Elizabeth. He was.
Like, I haven't like really looked at the picture close, but I feel like it probably did justice until.
I mean, you couldn't look at him without it doing justice. It was like his huge, bloody, swollen face in an oxygen mask. So, kind of sums up. Yeah, we do need to do a better job of Sebastian. Sorry, keep going in and out. I don't know why. It could be Millie squeals, honestly. Yeah, we do need to do a better job. Sebastian's our spiciest rooster, I guess you could say. He lives with Jareth, and we were going to bring Jareth inside tonight, but Jareth also went through some trauma witnessing, like, what happened, and so we decided just to leave him in his bed tonight. He did see us pick up Sebastian, and he saw us bring him inside, and I think understood that he wasn't dead at least, because, you know, I don't want Jareth, his, like, best buddy, life partner, to be wondering if, you know, Sebastian is still alive or not, so maybe Millie knows.
Like, I was going to say, like, this is sort of it's not like dark humor. This is like humor, but fit into a dark situation. So kind of humor. But
like dark humor.
Sebastian. So anyone who doesn't know, like, I am a huge Skid Row fan. So Sebastian is named after Sebastian Bach of Skid Row. But interesting story. Sebastian Bach of Skid Row is, if anyone's related to him or close with him, ignore this part, but he's an asshole. He is just a total, like, crazy person who does things just completely out of line, has, like, got arrested many times. Like, there is a reason they don't want him back in the band, and anyone who thinks they should get back together for money clearly doesn't understand Sebastian Bach. Like, he's just a punk. And we didn't name Sebastian that because of what would eventually develop as Sebastian's personality. It was more just like, I, really like Skid Row, and we name roosters after singers, but he very much lives up to that erratic, just sort of...
I feel like you're victim blaming here. Like, Sebastian is the victim in all of this.
He is the victim
and I
here.
Feel like
That's
you're
why.
Victim blaming.
But this is why I'm tossing. It's just like a backstory. So
doesn't matter if he's kind of a jerk.
The reason we don't share as much about Sebastian is because
we don't have as many cute videos.
Most of what we could share is him literally drawing blood on us.
But but not on me. He's gotten much better with me, and we could do better about he's great with, like, Jareth is like his best buddy. Yeah. Like, he loves indie. Like, we could do a lot better job of, like, showing, like, videos with him.
Okay, so when's the last time you went in there with a camera and didn't have it kicked out of your
hand? I know, we have to go, like, through the fence. But, okay, all right. So I think we have enough people on. We're going to talk about... Alina's not here yet, but we'll catch her up, I'm sure. So I'll talk about Sebastian's near-death experience today, and he's still very touch and go. He's in, like, our back room, laundry room area, so that he can rest and hopefully recover, and we're trying not to peek at him too much, even though I want to check on him, like, all the time, because we're trying to just let him sleep.
You want to, like, go and hug him. But as soon
He
as
like doesn't want to be hugged.
as soon as he opens his eyes enough, like, and he can barely see us, and
Yeah.
he
did try to bite us, which I felt like was
which
a really
is like
good
a
sign.
good
Yeah,
sign.
I was like
You
so
want
happy.
him to want to beat you up.
Yeah.
That being said,
So, start at the beginning.
yeah. So today we went to lunch with my daughter. She's leaving for college again from her winter break. And Mallory,
Reminder that we can't leave the house ever.
yeah,
Like,
Mallory usually does like a, oh my god, the turkeys probably jumped the fence. I need to check the cameras, or someone died.
Context. The turkeys have been jumping into the neighbor's yard. We put up a huge like blocking like fence up on the area where they would jump up onto the run to keep them from going over. It's been very successful for a few days. Turkeys have all stayed in the yard.
Yeah.
We thought the problem was solved. I do periodically check on them to make sure that they are where they're supposed to be.
Or just when we're not here, you
I
check on
hate
them.
not being home
Yeah.
and having the birds like be out. So
Yeah, no, and you worry about everyone, and when things like this happen, it like
reaffirms why I'm constantly worried.
But so she noticed on the way home that the turkeys were not around, that Quincy was by himself. And when Quincy's by himself, that's bad news. It means he's not following his family, and the only reason he's not following his family is his family has decided to go on an adventure, jump ship. So we're like, they're in the neighbor's yard.
He doesn't fly as well and doesn't follow them places,
So we hurry home, and Mallory runs in to change her shoes, and I just like,
I had like heels on, so
so I like bolted into the backyard thinking like, oh, I'll hear where they're at, and I could hear them, and I thought, well, that's good. They're either in the neighbor's yard right on the side of the fence, or they're on our side of the fence just somewhere they shouldn't be. And so I see them, and I think, oh, they're like in the area between Sebastian and Jareth's area, and
people don't know where that is, but
but basically there's a middle zone where a no man's land, as it were. And I thought, that's perfect. And then I'm like, wait, no, they're in Sebastian's area, and
so we have two roosters who get spicy with Ryan if they're out. One gets spicy with everyone, one is particular to Ryan. So they stay inside this like big spacious run with like they can see everyone, and we keep them there for their safety and everyone else's safety. So that's where the turkeys had somehow managed to get into. We're the roosters.
This is my autistic translator here for my story.
There's like too much detail.
So hold on. So I look over, and at first I think they're in no man's land, like the empty area, which is like perfect because then we can just go grab them and put them back where they're supposed to be. But then I realize, no, they're in Sebastian and Jareth's area. So I run and say, Mallory, come quick, because I'm thinking I am going to get in the middle of Tia trying to like...
But why is that?
Trying to murder Sebastian, or Sebastian trying to murder Tia.
Why would
they just have really bad blood for some reason.
Tia's our female turkey. She's like the turkey mama with her babies, and she's like the best mom. She's like the sweetest. She somehow is like a blood feud with Sebastian the rooster. And I'm not going to say he's innocent in the blood feud, but she is the instigator of it. So she will go find him. We had to put up a fence blocker so she couldn't see him because I don't know what was said or done. Something early on when he came offended her greatly, and she just wants to like violently assault him when she sees him. So he does not back down. He will fight back. So he's not like completely blameless in this. But the idea of Tia and Sebastian then being in an area together with no fence in between is like terrifying. And
it's like having two kids that you love both kids, but you also know that those two kids constantly are getting in a fight. And so like you don't want either of them to get hurt, but you also know that neither of them is fully to blame. So I run and grab her, I yell to her, trying not to panic her, but get her to come quickly. And so that I run in and I just see Tia just pummeling Sebastian. And at first I thought it was Jareth, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like Jareth never fights anyone. Why is she beating up Jareth? And then I'm like,
Jareth is Sebastian's friend.
Yeah, and then I'm like, why is Sebastian just like bowing his head down, sort of like taking it? Like why he's just like, playing dead. And then like quickly that translated into, oh no, like he's possibly dead. I need to, so I like run inside and what happened?
No, I was just pointing to the number up there, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I run in there thinking, oh my god, I'm like getting in the middle of this fight, and if he's okay, he's gonna kick my butt, and if he's not okay, then I am like gonna be traumatized. So I pick him up, and I could just instantly feel like I'm like,
Oh, Pumpkin's coming
hey,
to,
Pum Pum.
to
I'm
support
like,
us.
he's dying, like he's
yeah,
gasping
so
for
Ryan-
air. He's
Comes out carrying this rooster who looks completely dead.
just like limp,
completely
in my
limp.
arms.
His face is so swollen. He can't. His eyes are swollen shut.
Like if you've seen Star Wars, the third one, Return of the Jedi, when he takes the mask off at the end, Darth Vader. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. But so brings him in, and we are like, this rooster is about to die. Like this.
Yeah.
He's no way he's gonna make it. Horrible guilt for like we didn't anticipate that somehow the turkeys could get in there. We left the house, we weren't watching, like all these things are going on. We saw that they weren't there. Like, should we have called someone to like run? Like all these like guilt things that go on through my head, and I think like we have failed Sebastian utterly. Like, and yeah, so we're looking at him, expecting that he's gonna like be passing away. Surprised he's still breathing. Ryan is holding him.
He's like gasping
Yeah.
and gasping, and we have like, did you say the oxygen tank?
Not yet.
So we put him on the oxygen tank, which Mallory like insisted we get after
Another
Elton.
rooster had a breathing
Our
incident.
rooster Elton
Yeah.
had like an issue where he kind of passed out. Did you want to?
No, go ahead.
Okay. And so he's just gasping, and we put him on the oxygen, and it's like
We have an oxygen tank in our house, and it's got a mask, so we're able
like
to
a
like.
mask, yeah.
We got a basically a human oxygen concentrator because we often have bird emergencies, and there's not really someone like that we can just take them to locally. And one of the first things that they typically do is put them on oxygen. So we've been basically harassing our local dog and cat veterinarian by just like showing up with like random like very sick birds and asking them to put them on oxygen. So hey, Alina. So we figure at some point they're gonna say, please stop doing this. So we got our own oxygen thing, which in this case was very useful.
Yeah.
But yeah, so his brain is swelling. We are thinking he's dying. You know,
Like at one point, I think I said to you, I think he's like basically.
yeah, he's gasping. And so I'm like, I'm going to solve this. Like I just can't, in a traumatic situation, I'm like, I'm going to solve this. I'm going to fix this rooster. Yeah, so Ryan's like, why don't you just come spend some time with him? And I'm thinking, the last thing Sebastian wants to do is be hugged by us as he's going off. So I'm like,
I feel like my caresses to his side, gently whispering, "It's okay, Sebastian," is what saved him. But
because his anger at you, and his
Yeah, he's
desire
like,
to like
he's
stop
gonna
you
get it.
from grabbing him. So he's so bloody, like one eye we can't even see. One eye's barely open. He's kind of like gasping, and I'm thinking like, okay, like, is there any chance? Is there any chance? So I'm like on the internet, I'm on ChatGPT, like, what do we do? Because we're thinking transporting him somewhere is just going to be, we can't bring the oxygen. It has to be plugged in. Like, that's going to be more stressful. It's probably just going to cause him to die. Like, the best thing to do is just see if we can get him stable at home for a few minutes. So we get him comfortable to where he can breathe. He's on the oxygen. And like an hour goes by, and he starts to kind of like stabilize a little bit. And I'm like shocked, honestly, that we're like, he may
he's
not
like
die.
breathing like double the rate he probably should be.
Yeah.
But it was like consistent, and he wasn't gasping, which ChatGPT
Yeah.
said is good.
Yeah, so I'm talking to ChatGPT because we can't access any of our veterinarians. I finally called the specialty place where our vet that's been seeing Quincy works. She's awesome. She's not there that day, so I'm like trying to get a hold of like someone who can help. And our farm vet happens to be on call that day, and she works with birds, so she was eventually able to come over. I was able to get a hold of someone at the exotic specialist place to give us like a little bit of advice. But we're still thinking like, at this point, is this euthanasia? Like, and that's why I held off on calling our farm vet, because I was really afraid that it was just going to be euthanasia at that point, and I wasn't ready to. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Wasn't ready to get to that point yet. And then I was on the phone, and Ryan comes walking out with him and says, guess who took off his oxygen mask? And bloody, swollen mess, almost dead bird is kind of propped up a little bit and is like looking, I mean, not looking, but like with his swollen eye is kind of like trying to look at me, but it seems like he's
like
sleeping,
it's like Rocky at the end of like one of the Rocky movies where his eyes are all swollen up.
Okay, that's a good. I'm gonna allow
and they
that
have
analogy.
to like cut it to like bleed it so that it opens enough to see. It's like that. Like he looks like he's got two just swollen shut eyes. One hasn't even opened yet. So
yeah. So vet comes out. She gave him some meds and some fluids, and basically he's not out of the woods yet. There's still a chance of brain swelling going on overnight because his head is just, he did, luckily we figured out he didn't have any injuries elsewhere on his body, but his head is just swollen. And we've just spent this whole time thinking like, I quit again in my head. So whenever we have like, we've had so much animal trauma this year. Every time last year, yeah, sorry. And
this is this year's kickoff.
Yeah, so this year's kickoff. It's been, yay, 2026. In my head, I'm like, we just can't keep doing this. Like, this is too traumatic. How are we going to say, another animal has died? Like, one of our animals murdered somebody. Like, how do we look at Tia again? Like, what are we going to do with her? Like, how do you deal with this situation where, like, one animal, like, kills another animal in a fight? And so, yeah, I'm like, obviously we have to quit the sanctuary. Like, I'm going back to like like in my like full like life planned out where like we're not doing this anymore because this is just too awful. And then there's like hope of like maybe he's gonna make it, like maybe we haven't like failed him, because I think like for me it's like I think we've like promised to give like the best life possible to these animals, and when that doesn't happen, I mean he's had a great life, he's been here for years, like he was on the verge of death when we found him. So like that, but just thinking, oh my gosh, how did this happen?
I was gonna say it's only the second time he's passed out of my arms. The first time was the
when
day
you met
I
him.
met him.
Yeah, when you met him, he basically like fell over in Ryan's arms. So the good news is he seems to be improving. He's made it through sort of like a scary point. We got him some meds, and he's in a little dog crate back there. And I try not to peek on him all the time, but I've lost that battle within myself, and I've gotten to peek on him a couple of times, and he's looked at, I mean, I say looked at, and I mean like his swollen eye that's got like a sliver showing has like kind of looked at me, and he's responded to light. And when I like turn on the flashlight, because it's dark back there, to like peek at him, and his poor little head is just, it's so bad, but we think he's gonna make it. And I have a hard time saying that, because I'm like, what if I say it and then it becomes like not true? Like I think in my mind that I can like mess with the universe of like if I say something, right? But I like that's not the case, I know. So I'm just gonna say it. Like we're hopeful that he is gonna pull through. And it reminds me of like the Huckleberry situation when Huckleberry, our lamb, was like he was gonna be okay, and then the vet would call us and be like, he's really not doing well, and like we're preparing to lose him, and then we're like, okay, maybe he's gonna be all right, and then he came home, and then he was peeing blood, like all this stuff that like happens. So we're just traumatized, basically, is what we're saying. Sebastian, I think, is going to make it through, and we're going to go basically like Fort Knox, their area, so that Tia can never get in there again. And like, I'm just so mad at Tia.
It used to be Fort Knox, but I don't know if anyone has heard of a butthole cow named Jenna that we live with, but we love her dearly. But breaking fences, knocking things down, making holes in gates is one of her favorite things. And so she decided in all the chicken areas, all the way around, we've had to go and add cattle, they call it cattle paneling, but like
it's kind of Jenna's fault, actually, if that's what you're getting. Oh, I forgot about that part.
And so like we've put it all the way around, but the last thing she broke was the gate over the top of Jareth and Sebastian's area. And in my head, I thought, oh my gosh, well, someday I'm going to take care of this when Sebastian jumps the fence and kicks my ass. Like, that's literally...
Never
thought Tia is going to jump into this area. Because you can't see in, so you don't really know, other than, like, there's spots where you can see, but in that spot, it's completely blocked off down below.
So basically, us blocking off the part where they could get into the neighbor's yard has forced them to find another way to like try to like go exploring, and yeah, causeless. So the other thing that happened that you reminded me when you were talking about Jenna is that I went back out. Ryan's got Sebastian on the oxygen tank. We're waiting for the vet to come. I'm like, I need to go make sure that Tia's okay. I'm like pissed at Tia, like super pissed at Tia, who has assaulted Sebastian. He's a near death on oxygen. And I go out to check her. And
What's
then
about to be said is rumor and has not been adjudicated
I see
yet.
2 other turkeys that cannot be together fighting, like viciously fighting. So I like pull them apart and I'm so mad. I'm like, okay, one of you is going back to the med barn just to separate. Like I'm just done with all this turkey drama. I'm carrying turkey out. Jenna starts charging me. Jenna starts decides this is the time to play.
Rumor.
Chasing me, and I'm carrying Charlie, who's heavy, and I'm like, okay, what do I do? I'm in an open space, which is the worst place you want to be when you've got a giant horned cow chasing you. So I'm like realizing she's coming at me, carrying this turkey. I can't, and I'm wearing boots. I'm like, I can't get the speed up to outrun Jenna in this situation. I don't want Charlie to get hurt in this situation. I'm thinking, Jenna's after me, not Charlie. Can I toss Charlie and have her just keep coming after me? Or is Charlie going to get trampled? And so I make the split-second decision to toss Charlie, poor Charlie, and she goes around Charlie and comes after me, and then I was able to like run to like safety and call Ryan and tell him to come get my cow. So like that's the last freaking thing we need to happen.
I just want to say, in this alleged situation, while you were thinking, I need to get Charlie to safety so that she'll follow me, I think Jenna, in situations like this, were they to happen, not saying it did, she is interested in you having something in your hands that she needs to check out extremely intensely. Like she,
oh yeah, I think she felt the excitement in the air.
Diffused the situation by not having something for her to check out.
Oh no, she still chased me around, and then I got under like the safety zone that we have for her, and then she leaned over and started sniffing me gently and blowing on me and just being all sweet Jenna, and I'm like, I just can't with these animals. The turkeys are all crazy. Sebastian is like maybe dying. Like, yeah. So Jesse made a comment. I'm sorry, I wanted to answer it. Yes, we are actually in the process of getting portable, they're like oxygen like canisters that you can take with you. So a company that makes them for pets, which is very nice if you were interested in looking into that. It's very expensive though compared to like other things, which is why we just got a different
Don't worry, it's not chewy, so they'll do it because we're going to use it for chickens and turkeys.
Yeah, so we're applying with them for a nonprofit discount. I don't know how much that is, but it's going to be like several $100s to get the canisters, and then there's like a connecting piece you have to get, and their stuff feels very expensive, but it's like what is needed to manage with animals in this situation. So yes, if you could donate towards that, that would be super helpful, because we keep having these like dilemmas of we've got a bird who really needs to go see a vet but needs to be on oxygen, and great, we have oxygen at home, but how do we get this bird, you know, even transferring between vets office, this has come up, like how do we get this bird on oxygen? Are they going to die? You know, so we're having to choose. Luckily our farm vet was able to come out on site, but we're having to choose between, is stabilization more important right now? Can we do whatever we need to do for them versus can we get them somewhere that could help them, but they might die on the way. So getting the oxygen tank at home has been awesome. But yeah, we need to get something portable so that we don't have to do that. So yeah, we found it. Yeah, it's going to be like a few $100s. And what sucks though is like the canister is empty. So they're good for like 7.5 minutes. So you get like 6 canisters so that you could maybe make, you know, whatever, like a 30 drive. So it's just, it's much easier when you have an oxygen concentrator at home like we have. But yeah, you can't really, or do we just try to get like a giant battery that you can plug in? So yeah, it's just a mess. So we could definitely use
the battery that goes with our transformer thing that we can take in the car. I think it was like $350 to get the actual one we need, because we had a marine battery and it's not meant for that, and it died severely, which we found out is part of the Christmas parade ordeal. I do want to say something. Do you remember what you said to me when we came in the door with Sebastian?
What?
Like exactly.
No.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't know that Jenna did that? This is your memory?
Oh my God. This is Jenna's lawyer speaking right now.
Trying to create this. I do have a great video.
That's
Jenna,
okay.
I let her out after all this. I was like,
Scoot over a little bit.
because I
See
had,
the piggies. Someone's
Oops.
asking about them. Come on over.
Oh.
Come on in.
where you want me to go?
Oh, just closer to Pumpkin here, so we
Okay.
can bring Pumpkin into the discussion.
But I let Jenna out from where we have like a front area we can block them in when we need to move around the yard freely without knuckleheads. And so I let her out, and she comes running out, kicking her legs, knocks into a few things while she's doing it.
Wild.
And then she turns sideways, looks at me, and then charges, like bouncing with her head swinging. And like, this is Jenna, so I'm like totally like, whatever, Jenna. And she stops and like looks at me and then runs off bouncing. But like, so she's like crazy in a playful way, but she doesn't understand what people don't get, that not everyone plays that way. And so when you run, she's like, new game with new rules. I guess we're chasing. So.
And Jenna's been so calm, and I've been so thinking,
it's so
like,
cold.
maybe she's turned over a new leaf, maybe she's grown up, she's 7 now.
Every time it gets cold, she just, like, completely
It has
loses
been,
her
what,
mind.
like, years since I've been chased by her. Like,
Yeah.
and I usually, I took an extra risk that I don't normally. So Jenna was standing
Carrying
at the
an-
door,
carrying an
at the
animal.
gate blocking me. Ryan's in with Sebastian, who is on oxygen. He's got him in his lap. Ryan can't get up and help or anything. So thinking, it's freezing. I'm in a tank top and leggings, by the way. I don't know why. I just like ran out, didn't get a jacket. So I'm thinking, do I take this really long way to avoid her carrying this turkey and then try to get this turkey out? Or, Jenna like turn the other way. I'm like, she'll be fine. I'll just like kind of go by her.
You had something in your hands. It doesn't matter.
There's Charlie. She knows Charlie.
I was carrying needles from the vet when she decided she needed to check it out.
That's the problem with like people bringing gifts for the animals all the time, or us bringing gifts, is that they always think whatever you have is probably for them. And so they're like, hey, let me just help you with that.
What did Grace say?
Hey, Grace. No, North Korea planning is on hold right now. It's so funny because you missed the whole backstory on like today. Actually maybe North Korea would be more fun right now than this. I feel like that's maybe like a poor joke, but like, today was a very stressful day. So Jenna's just trying to be helpful, you're right, and be like, hey, I know that's probably for me anyway. Let me just take that off your hands by like chasing you and trying to poke you with my horns. But I want Ryan to go back and watch
the footage,
because we have like a camera outside, so I want him to see if Jenna was being as terrifying as we
the world of
thought.
AI, can I trust what I see? I don't know.
I feel like at the time I felt like she was hunting me down.
Well,
And she did make contact.
You saw the video that I played for you. Like,
Yeah.
looks
So
like
I
she
want
is
to
on a
know.
rampage.
I suspect that maybe she was just like jumping and like being playful, and I couldn't see because I had this turkey in my hands and it was looking over my shoulder and running for my life. So I'm wanting to know, was she actually hunting me down and I outrun her?
I feel like I can almost assure you she's not hunting you down.
I mean, but was she trying to get, like, was she trying to make contact with me? That's why I want you to watch it, because I don't know. Because she may not have been, because in my head it was like I'm being hunted by, like, a T-Rex, you know?
Because she usually just wants to lick and sniff whoever I'm holding.
Right.
So.
She was doing that in a velocitous manner.
She's got to get there quick, you know?
There was no reason. But I mean, like, that's the thing, is she wasn't that far from me, and I'm not that fast. And so I'm like, I don't know that she could have been running, like, in my head like she was. But.
Yeah.
So.
Well, everything for her is exciting. Like, I mean, she's...
And I love that for her.
She is, like, very, just sort of spastic. Like, everything is just level 10 excitement.
Yeah. So, anyway, I know we got comments. I don't mean to be ignoring those. It's Mel. Good night, Mel, if you're leaving. Elena's on Team Jenna.
Who's at the door, man? They're just like... It sounds like a huck, probably.
Who is there?
Probably a huck. Let's see, I'll turn it.
Let's see. No, it's a goat, obviously.
No,
It's like
a goat.
banging. There's horns being banged.
Banging.
I don't know if I'm up for Edna.
I
might need like a sweet pumpkin cuddle night.
She's digging at the window.
The
Yeah,
pigs
I
just
know.
gave
Like,
us
I feel like
turn it a little bit.
I don't know if I have the full energy of. Hey, pum pum. I'm just gonna lay on you, okay? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Ryan was pretty traumatized. Ryan's not usually like as traumatized by things. Everything in me just wants to go peek at him and make sure that he's still okay.
Well, I'm like great in the moment, and
Yeah.
then as soon as like I have nothing to focus on, then it's like
Yeah.
all the energy's gone, and I just kind of crash.
Yeah, you always have to be ready for the crash because Ryan will seem like he is like fully in control. Oh, thank you so much for the donation on YouTube. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
We have a link to donate directly to if you'd like in our profiles for wherever you're watching. It's also lifewithpigs.com. If you want to donate to our portable oxygen fund so that we don't do this. And Alina, with Lily, this might be something for you to look into also. Like, I feel like having portable oxygen is really important because, like, if birds are in distress, like, getting them on oxygen is, like, super helpful. And just, like, a big oxygen mask that you just, like, and you may already know this,
I mean,
so
preferably
sorry, but
if you could just have a vet office built in, your home.
I'm working on that, too.
So, that works best, but...
Yeah, but you just like have like a animal size, like a dog sized one, but they can just like stick their head in it, and that way it's like open around them, and they're just getting that like oxygen flowing into the air, and it's not, because it can be really traumatizing for birds if they get it really tight like around their face, so you can't really get it to be tight.
Grace wants to know if we have HBO. Yes, we do.
We do have HBO. Yes. Any suggestions would be good because we need to like. I need distraction after what happened.
I like needed to sing for a minute. Like
he went and sung. I watched like murder documentaries and it. That's how we deal with traumatic things happening.
It's like hard because like I mostly want to be near you, but I'd sort of like I want to say to you, hey, can you just come like sit next to me while I sing? And it's kind of a weird request. It's a very autistic request.
But... And I'm like, oh, can you just like sit with me while I watch TV?
Yeah.
But like not be like. Doing anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was our and Sebastian's traumatic incident. We'll share like more pictures and stuff of it, but if you want to see, there's a picture posted. It was like our last post, and you can see.
Thank you,
like
Grace.
A bloody mess.
Grace donated.
Thank you
now
so
that
much.
Christmas is over and more to come. That's awesome. Thank you.
We appreciate that so much.
And watch the Jinx. We have watched the Jinx.
We watched the Jinx twice. And the second one, and the part 2. So. It's good. I feel like we watched them all. Like whatever, we don't really get out much, so we just watch like documentaries. We're desperately in search of new ones that we haven't seen because we've like seen them all. So we need people to make documentaries in like the speed
I'm
that
blocking
we
the
watch
pumpy. Sorry for everyone who just has to see my face. Hey Laura, but yeah. So a quick re-summary of our day today for anyone just joining. Sebastian, we came home to him.
Hey Tanya, hey Laura.
Him getting pummeled by our turkey Tia. They've had fights in the past. They have bad blood.
We had the shit kicked out of him.
Like he lost
this fight. Like she was fine. Like I don't know if he's gonna have. I don't know like if he's got like misogynistic feelings about like a girl beat me, but like a girl beat him up.
Yeah.
Sorry. Carry on.
And so he was basically dying, I thought, as I carried him inside. His head...
I thought.
His head is so swollen and just sort of... It looks like blood-filled and swollen. His eyes were both...
He's unconscious.
Yeah, both swollen shut. And he's gasping and, like... I see blood in his nostrils, so I'm thinking, oh, is he just, like, swallowing blood? Is he, like, suffocating
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
This is gross.
So... It was just bad. I'm carrying him in. I'm like saying to Mallory, we need to get him to a vet now. He's dying. And she's like, get him on oxygen. So I put him on the oxygen. He's
not to rush.
Still gasping. I'm trying to figure out like how to position him. And then like he sort of transitions to like very fast but consistent breathing, which was like
better.
It was like a good version of bad. And then it slowed down to sort of normal. And so, but he was like unconscious, like not responding to anything.
Chickens can get concussions, fun fact.
Yeah, and so then she's talking to a vet about like what we might do, and then he like stood up, took his like thing off, and
the oxygen mask off.
Took the oxygen mask off, and was not okay. Like it was. It was like someone that like has no idea who they are or where they are.
And Ryan just walks out to the living room with him where I'm on the phone with the vet. And he just walks out with this
I'm like, hey,
Yeah, like,
just to
Rooster.
I
I'm
thought
like,
it
what are you
was
doing?
it was new information
It
to
was.
share
It
with
was
the
new
best.
information for sure. But he just
And-
walks out, doesn't say anything, just like walks out with them, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Like, okay, so Mallory's been married to me forever now and with me forever, but she doesn't get when
I get it,
something
but-
dramatic happens. Like, I don't have words, so I
He
like
just
try
shows you
to like show.
No
or-
context. Like, he does it the way that you tell stories. There's no context for the situation. It's just like here, and then you have to ask questions, and I'm like on the phone with the vet, and I'm
Like,
like,
if I see something
what?
online or something, I'm like, she needs to see this. I'll like
Just
send it
screenshot.
to her, and she'll just send back question marks. And I'm like, well, just read
I finally
it.
gave up. I
Like-
finally was like, I am not gonna have to like ask a million questions about what it is that he's like. I mean, by million, I mean like 3, but yeah. So
But
he just
so
walks out with this rooster, and
The
I'm like,
upshot is
what?
our vet came, our local vet, and she
Yeah.
gave him like some fluids, which seemed to really help, and then gave him Meloxicam and some other
for pain
stuff.
and inflammation.
Yeah, and then like
To
he
prevent his brain from
started to
swelling.
open his eye a little and like see the light when she was looking at him, and then she leaves to go get some more meds for us before she leaves, and he like looks around enough, and on the one side he was swollen shut still, he still is, and so I could put my hand there, but on the other side he just like bit into my hand, and I was like, oh,
I've
well,
never
we're,
been so happy
we're
to see
feeling
Sebastian
better.
biting someone.
So,
I was like,
and then
he's
Mallory's
gonna make it.
Mallory's like bending down to do something, and he's trying to bite her butt. He's like not reaching far enough.
He's
and I'm
too
just
weak to actually like
Yeah,
hurt
he's
us.
like
but-
he can't, you know.
But
do-
Sebastian's still in there. Like,
Yeah.
his will to, like, assault us, even when we're helping save his life, is, like, still
Yeah.
there. And I've never been so happy for him to try to bite me. That's the
Yeah.
other thing. Ryan put something in my head that I can't get out of my head, and it's, like, really worrying me, is, like, one of his eyes, like, swollen shut. It's still swollen shut so bad the vet said I can't look at it. It's too swollen. I don't want to say it out loud. Because it,
Well, like so, like with,
Ryan's like, what if, like, does he still have an eye?
yeah, I didn't know where he got. Packed.
Now it's in my head of, like,
But I don't think that turkeys necessarily do that. You know, it's like
No.
something that like.
I don't know.
like,
I don't know. Like,
some
I'm
birds
sure
do
it's so swollen you can't see it. So I'm sure it's
Yeah.
in there, and
It's-
it's not bleeding. It's not like whatever.
Yeah.
But like Ryan put this thought into my head, and now I'm like, oh my god, like.
Yeah, we'll
Gotta
take
look
some
it up.
video when we're with him again, and you can see the glory that is, you know, our.
But every time I walk back there, like to peek at him, like he looks up at me, and is alert. Like he's off the oxygen, like breathing okay. So I'm doing my best to try to leave him in peace. It's like I want to keep making sure he's okay, but then I want to like keep waking him up. So he seemed awake though when I went back there. So we should probably make sure we turn off like all the lights, even like the little,
Yeah.
because we want to have like a little bit of a light to see him. And it's like I know I just need to like leave him alone overnight. Probably.
Yeah. Like he was like Rocky versus, you know, or not Rocky. He's like
Whoever gets most beat up in that movie.
yeah, what's his name?
I don't remember.
Apollo Creed versus Drago. Like, except for he's gonna live, but like that.
Yeah, don't compare it to someone who doesn't live.
Well,
What's wrong with you?
it's like Rocky won, and he did
Oh my
not
god,
win.
we do not need to compare everything in life to Rocky. Like,
I
why is
feel
it
like
that
we
like
do.
everything? There's either Lethal Weapon,
Okay, I'm gonna try to
Young
make
Guns,
everything.
or Rocky, or Star Wars, and or Lord of the Rings. Everything is tied back to one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, Mallory watched all the Lethal Weapons with me, and now she feels like she fully understands how my
No, I
personality.
just realized his personality is created basically entirely, if you've seen Lethal Weapon, of Mel Gibson's character in that. I was like, oh, like you watched that and basically became that, where you're like,
That was my parent as a child.
where he's like, you know, overly confident about everything, has like no fear of dangerous situations, thinks that he's charming enough to get out of everything, and like sometimes he is, and sometimes, but like causes massive frustration to everyone around him, but everyone like still loves him because he's like inside is like this really good guy who just like wants to like, you know, do his best. Like oh, that's like completely Ryan's like personality. If you were wondering what it's like to be married to Ryan, it's basically like being married to Mel Gibson and Lethal Weapon. So.
Mullet and all, you know, apparently.
Well, yeah, where he's like, oh, maybe I just like fell off a roof today because I didn't have the ladder set up right. Like, no big deal, you know. Maybe I just like went and did something crazy, you know. And I'm like,
Yeah. So.
But he's charming and cute, so we'll allow it. I can't read comments from here.
I
so.
can't either. I have contacts in, and they make it so I can't.
I
read.
do. I need a hot bath and meditation time tonight. I really do. Ryan promised to give me a back rub, so that should help. Meloxicam, yes, Meloxicam is great. We almost always have some on hand, and then I was like, I hope I'm not going to have to try to shove Meloxicam in this poor guy's mouth, so he got a shot of Meloxicam. Lethal Weapon is great. I worked for Shane Black, who wrote it, when I got to LA. Funny aside, he reminds me of Ryan. That, like, makes sense, actually. Like, you know, whoever, I'm sure, like, you know, someone who writes that character is, like, someone who appreciates that character and probably is that character to, like, some degree, so.
Yeah. Like, if anyone needs to refine who I am as a human being, just add Billy the Kid in Young Guns, and that is
Let's not get carried away.
Pretty much how I live.
Mel Gibson's Lethal Weapon character is, like, enough to, like, basically summarize you. Oh, we have someone from Ireland. Welcome, Matthew. Welcome. This is probably not, like, the best night to get to, or maybe it is, to get to know us. We're just, like, going over our poor Rooster's near-death experience. But, yeah, like, we just had, I don't even want to, like, mentally go into, like, all the, like, traumatic bird situations that we've had this year, or mammal situations, too. Last year, sorry.
I know,
within the last 12 months.
I started to say to that, I'm like, we cannot handle any more things this year. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is day 3. Like, this is not good.
I thought maybe 2026 was, but hey, you know what? I think it's going to turn out
all
as well.
out,
I think it's going to turn out all as well, so. Because the other thing is, like, I'm always afraid, whenever I can't find the turkeys, I'm always afraid that they're dead. Or, like, if something's wrong with someone, I'm like, oh my God, did someone die? Because I'm, like, so afraid of, like, anyone dying. But the problem is then I thought Sebastian was dead today. I was like, oh, I was right. Even though every time I think someone's dead, and they're most of the time not. But I was like, it's true, like, in my head. Then I had to, like, remind myself, like, no, but you always think that, so eventually it's going to be true. And it wasn't even true this time, so.
It feels like this year is one of the, it's like you're in the car and you're like, I think I just have to fart, but then you're like, what if it's a shark? That's this year. We're like, maybe this was just the fart to start the
this
year.
year was going to be good. We were so excited about, like, a new
fresh
start. Like, how great everything was going to be. But hey, no, it's okay. Like, we're going to do a fundraiser we have lots of people who want to help us do a fundraiser for the portable oxygen so we can get someone to the vet if we need to. And he's lived. The concern is, right now, is that brain swelling can still happen within 24 hours of your injury. So it looks like that's not the case so far, and the fact that he is improving. Oh, Alina, you do that too? Good. I'm glad to know. It's like your brain prepares you by thinking of, like, the worst possible scenario, and then eventually that scenario might come true. But yeah, so the concern is he going to have brain swelling overnight? But Meloxicam, which he got, is an anti-inflammatory. So hopefully that will help. It's not like a brain swelling miracle drug or anything, but hopefully that will help prevent more inflammation from happening. And I think that maybe the swelling was going down, like, last time I really looked, and can't be positive that it's not wishful thinking, but I think that yeah, signs are looking good. We just want to make sure that we don't do that. My wife's boyfriend loves watching you. That's an interesting situation. I'm always glad to hear that someone likes to watch us, and thank you. Pumpkin is honestly, like, objectively the cutest pig in the whole world, so, you know, I'm gonna have to go ahead and agree with you. She's the nicest pig. Oh, tanking. I didn't realize that a lot of, like, the drugs that they take are human drugs too, so Meloxicam makes sense. I'm glad it helps with arthritis. Our sheep takes it for arthritis, and it seems to be really, really helping. So, I wish we could do a translation on, like, Instagram, but there's not, like, a button when someone writes in another language, so I don't mean to ignore
I'm not trying to show my belly.
comments. You're trying to get all, like, just lay back and,
hey, ladies.
you know. Pumpkin is a queen. I love it. Pumpkin. I'm not picking favorites. I'm just saying it is objectively a fact that Pumpkin is the nicest pig in the whole world, and I love them all, but we can honestly say that Pumpkin is nicer than Charlotte and Millie. Like, I'm not saying I don't love them. I'm not saying they're not all queens, but Pumpkin is the nicest pig. So, I mean, she's also the cutest. See, the pigs are as smart as 2-year-olds. They're actually, I think, as smart as like 3 or 4-year-olds. Pigs are super, super, super smart, and they have like different kinds of intelligence that they can figure out. Like they can understand that they can move an object on a screen or like a joystick, and it can move something on a screen, and they can understand that like there's that connection there. And then they can also figure out what another pig or a person might be thinking or what they might want, and basically manipulate a situation like using that information so to get what they want. So they have these like understandings like outside of like themselves and their like immediate, and they can open doorknobs and open fridges and like figure out, you know, all sorts of stuff. So they are extremely smart. Do you ever have intrusive thoughts? Like I was thinking, what if I tossed my phone off of this boat? I definitely do. I definitely think I have like a lot of like intrusive animal thoughts of like, oh, what if like.
Is that a Grace question?
I always think they're dead. Yeah, it's a Grace question. Yeah. I always think like, what if this animal's dead? And I think it's like preparing me for like the worst possible scenario, because like if an animal is dead, it's going to be horrible, and my brain wants to like soften that blow. So I pretty much think everyone's dead all the time. Like all our animals. Like I'm always like, oh, maybe Jenna's dead today. Like it was, she's like perfectly healthy and like not, but it's just like my brain trying to like protect me from like traumatic situations. So do you ever have intrusive thoughts about like, what if I just did this, or what if something happened?
I mean, I think, I don't know, because I mean I have like like sometimes like I won't feel like something that I'm like used to doing, but then I'm like, what if everything's ruined because I don't do it today? So
like a little OCD of like the.
I think it's the autism, but yeah, just like I have to keep my schedule, and if
Yeah.
I don't follow my schedule, you know.
It's interesting how much like anxiety, there's like all these like overlaps with like other stuff where it's like, yeah, but I definitely have anxiety, so this is maybe not like the best job for me, but it actually makes me good at this job because, or think I'm good at it, because I try to predict every bad situation that can happen and like prevent it or be prepared for it. And I have yet to figure out how to prevent every bad situation, but I am still working on it, so we'll see. I had a wiener dog when I was younger. When he was sleeping, I pushed him over to make sure he didn't die. So I get it. Okay, I do that. And I think, like, I totally get that. Cause like if I see our dogs like sleeping, like totally
she wakes
peacefully,
them up all the time.
I'll be like, are they breathing? And so I have to like go over and like, fun facts, if you want to check some, like put your hand under their nose and you can feel it, or like stare at their chest and you can see it. But if they're having a dream that looks like it could potentially be bad, I will always wake them up. I do not let sleeping dogs lie, but I totally get that. Like I always like want to make sure.
Worry about that. Like if we had a baby, you would always have to like wake them up every time they fall asleep, just to be like, are they alive?
Well, if I can see that they're obviously breathing, then I won't. You know what I mean? It's like.
But sometimes it's like not entirely clear, and maybe, you know. So.
I'm just gonna roll them over like the wiener dog. I'll just be like, push, you know. Just gotta see.
Don't touch that.
Lena does that too. Just make sure they're breathing. I don't push them over. I mean, you learn better ways, you know. I feel like, you know, when I was younger, I probably would have just like rolled them over, but like, you know, you do other ways. But sometimes it's more intrusive. Grace says she's heard people do that with newborns too. It's like, it's that fear of like, what if they're dead?
I never
and I
did
need
that.
to know.
Like if they were sleeping.
You don't ever think like, what if they're dead and I need to find out?
You think when they wake up, I'll know, but for now they're sleeping.
I can't deal with the like anticipatory, because then I'll just be like preparing for me to
think
find
the
out they're
exhaustion competes, you know, where you're just like, oh my gosh, I just need to rest. I can't even deal with it if it were the case.
Yeah, Mira says, I wake my dog up so much too, or like call his name if he's too still. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. You just like love them, and just, it's like your brain's job is to protect you from bad things happening, and so it oftentimes like works against you to try to protect you. So it's like, oh, there's a chance that maybe this animal's dead, so I'm gonna like help prepare us for like that possibility so it doesn't hit as hard. But like really that results in you just constantly thinking everyone's dead. So it's like your brain's like trying in its way to like be helpful, but it's like not actually that helpful. Because I don't think if someone was like actually like, I don't think that being worried that someone's dead is actually ever made it better when someone died. So you know. Grace said, yesterday I walked over a bridge and thought what would happen if I dropped my engagement ring off. So then I walked to the far end of the bridge. Yeah, no, I've definitely had
I do have
like,
those kind of thoughts for sure.
where you're like, what if I just did this? And
Yeah.
you're like, but just don't then.
Every
but like,
time
what if
I turn
did?
on the dishwasher disposal grinder thingy, and I'm
Oh,
like,
I'm so afraid I'm put my
what
hand
if
in.
I put my hand in there? And then like sometimes you almost feel yourself like pulled to do it because you're like, I don't want to do that.
I know all the time. But one time I almost did reach in because there was a spoon in it, and I was like, oh, and then, then that like solidified the 1,001 other times that I thought, what if I put my hand in while it's on? But I think I'm afraid of that every time. So it's like, I know what would happen, but then I'm like, what if I just stick my hand in it? Yeah, and I feel like I'm going to. That's a good one. Dishwasher disposal. I don't know if this is like helpful or like reading anxiety. I'm just kidding.
Well, I was going to say, like,
no,
I
good.
think the way my brain works, like, and maybe not in a good way, but if I look and I'm like, oh, what if they're dead? My thought is, well, if they're sleeping, they want to keep sleeping, and if they're dead, there's nothing I can do right now. So it's really just from
selfless.
My knowledge and my fear. So I have to live with the anxiety until they wake up. But they just get to enjoy sleeping or being dead, one or the other.
You're
and
a better person than us, obviously.
no one has ever been dead except for, like, Winnie was the one time where I'm like, but
okay.
it was
We're not
pretty
gonna,
clear. So.
I feel like too much Betty.
Yeah.
So, Rewind wants to make it clear it was a gentle push, which is good. Wiener dog name was Buddy, and he was very annoyed with it. Yes, I can imagine Buddy, the wiener dog, being like, what the heck? Why is this happening? Yeah, I love wiener dogs. They are super, super cute. Yeah. Odin is like part wiener dog, like a little bit in him.
I wish I could see comments better. We need like
Grace,
a big screen.
well, I'll just read it to you. Grace said that this is, LOL, this is so dark but therapeutic. I know, it is. It is dark. But I'm glad to know, like, you know, it's helpful that we're not alone. Yeah. Oh, someone said, is that a pig or a javelina? I don't know.
I don't know. They just came in our house and fell asleep.
And so we just started cuddling with them.
They have these tusks that they let us look at, but I don't know.
No, not javelinas. Although I feel like javelinas get a really bad rep. I lived in Arizona and we had javelinas, and everyone was like, you always heard like, oh, they're so mean. But it's like they like when they're with their families, they're like super protective of their families, and it's like I don't feel like javelinas went out of their way to like go assault people. I feel like it was like, you know, humans are absolutely the most dangerous animal, so, you know, I don't know. I'd be scared of humans too if I was any form of a
Well,
pig,
humans are like the only like species that like move somewhere and that complain that animals still want to live where they used to live. You know, sometimes human species that were living there before too, that, you know, they complain.
But yeah, it's just
like, no, now we're here and it's ours. These damn deer are continuing to cross this path they lived for billions of years crossing because we built a road.
Flashbacks of that guy that worked at Lowe's, like saying that, and just, you remember him? The guy who said that, he tried to say to me with a straight face, he was arguing with us because our shirt said, you know, it's not okay to
Is that the one I took the picture of and like reported to them?
I don't know, maybe, but he said, he tried to say deer are dangerous animals because they run across the road, and I was like, the road that like humans built through their forests where they live, and he was like, oh, like stormed off, and I was like he said that with a straight face that like deer are dangerous animals because like they're like, but he said it like dangerous, like they're like bad, like those are dangerous animals. And it's like they don't know what a freaking road is, and he just built this across, and like, yeah, I don't know. See, I'm getting all worked up just thinking about it. But I have flashbacks of that guy, I think, and I wish that he didn't live in my head the way that he does, but like I freaking like, I don't want to say hate because that's a strong word, but like I really wish for not pleasant things to happen to him often. Yeah.
You often think back on him and
yes,
wish back
for some reason, like he made me so mad.
Wow.
It's like I think about him and I hope that his life is unhappy.
Like the people that like charged me and like hit
I don't know
me
why
in the face.
I don't know why
and,
the
like,
Lowe's guy is like
threatened me.
he was just so like,
but maybe
he was so obtuse. Yeah. Like he was just and so sure
Yeah.
that like animals are like worthless and like humans are like, you know, and it just, yeah, but I think about him, it's been years since that guy, like I hate him. I'm just gonna say it. I can't remember his name, but I hate him.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Humans are trying to mess with them and annoy them, or like exploit them, or make them do something, like take their home, like, you know. And then it's like, oh, the animals are like so bad.
Well, it's like
you know?
it's like the pig farmer thing of like, oh, they're just aggressive and mean, and it's like, you know, or they're terrible moms, they'll crush their babies, and it's like you keep them in a tiny little space where they literally can't lay down without laying on their babies, and then you're gonna blame them for that.
Yeah.
And oh, they just lay in their shit, and you're like, you keep them in a shed where they can't leave to go use the bathroom somewhere
Right.
else. Like,
Yes, they lay in that because there's nothing else for them to lay in.
yeah.
We've been over almost an hour.
Oh,
Oh my
really?
gosh. I feel like I'm about to pass out.
All right.
So I might need to go
Yeah, we
Just-
should go.
chill. And I'm hungry too. We didn't really eat much too.
Are we just talking to ourselves now while people observe us? Are we just having like a side conversation?
They'll forgive us. Like, they'll forgive us.
Just gonna chat in front of them.
I was just so hungry.
Yeah, no.
But you're still having a side conversation with me talking
Yeah.
about that. Sorry about the side conversations. But yeah, I need to go just like
Everyone,
sleep,
this is an
probably.
AB conversation. You're gonna need to see your way out. No.
I'm hungry. I'm just gonna tell you guys, I'm really hungry and I think I need to go eat something. Probably a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are delicious.
Are you hungry? Sorry, I'll shut up after this, but are you hungry? I'm trying to like think back. Like when something really bad happens and it ends badly, are you still hungry or do you not feel like eating after that?
If it ends badly, no, I'm not hungry.
That's what I was thinking, but like
But
in
if
this
it's like
case,
hopeful, in this case, it's like, oh, I think he's
so
gonna
now
be okay.
you're like
Now I'm like
stressed,
starving.
stressed and hungry.
Yeah.
Versus
Yeah.
like miserable and not.
Right.
hungry.
Miserable makes me not hungry, and
Got it.
yeah.
All right.
So, well, thank you for listening to our sob story. Thank you, Mireille. We will keep you updated on how Sebastian is doing overnight. Like,
And I just
we'll
checked on him for anyone wondering, and at this current moment, he is just chilling.
How'd you check on him?
I went back there when I ran to the bathroom.
You went and picked him up?
Well, I just thought, like, I just said he's alive, and I wanted.
I was trying
to,
so hard not to, and you were like with me in our like quest to like not bother him, and then you just went back and you saw I didn't even get to see him. Pumpkin's having rapid style movement, if you can see that. I can't believe you did that.
Oh, so cute.
It's really cute. It's a rapid style movement.
If
I'm
you
so
can
mad
see
at
her
you, though.
nose, it's just going.
The snout just like wiggles. I'm so mad at you though.
Why?
I can't believe you went back there.
I'm gonna go back
You took
there
my
and do
turn.
that.
We should have gone together.
He doesn't mind.
He wakes up. He needs sleep and consistent
He did
sleep.
not wake up. He was just sleeping.
Oh really?
Okay.
Is he okay? Okay. So cute.
He's just sleeping.
But you're sure he's okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a cute nose.
How'd you know if he was asleep? And he didn't wake up?
I went over and he was breathing.
You went over to him?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, so Sebastian is breathing. Ryan pulled a thing that we were just talking about and like checked after like making fun of us for it.
Well, I just said that he was alive, so I wanted to like.
You did the thing that you were making fun of us for.
No, I was verifying that I haven't lied. All right. Good night,
Okay.
everybody.
Thank you. Have a great night. Mary's laughing at me. You peeked without me. Yes. Yes. Ryan's gonna have to hear about this later. Thanks for hanging out, guys. See you tomorrow.
Did Grace say something we didn't see? Thank you,
Thank
Grace.
you so much. Yeah, we will definitely pass along his wishes. Or your good wishes to him. All right.